Hey everyone, welcome to the episode of That's All Funny. Episode number, I don't know, 682. Yeah, that's cool. Well, we're doing it. I want to thank everyone for listening, for sharing, for caring, for, you know, being here with the podcast because we've reached over 100,000 downloads. So, yeah, no, I want to thank everyone who does listen. I want to thank my Patreon members for the support. I wanna thank you for giving me the best day of my life. And no. Anyway, so we're just here chilling. I'd contacted contacted eBay. Or really, I had them contact me because that's the way they like to roundabout do it. Where instead of you calling a number, you message them to call you to your number. And I talked to them about the whole dildo fiasco shit, where that strap on. If you listen to yesterday's episode, you'll know, like, in my recent searches, I have like a 11-inch fantasy dildo strap on, but I don't know how I got there. So I called, or I had them call me and had a talk with them about it. Like, hey, how does this happen? And they're like, "Oh, well, does anyone have access to your account?" And I'm like, "No, it's just me." And I told them I don't even search for things like that. That's not even what I'm into recreationally. And it's funny because the lady on the other line was like, "Well, what do you want?" Um, at the end of all, basically saying, at the end of all this, what are you asking for? And I'm like, I just want to know how it could have happened. Like, how could a dildo search just pop up randomly in my thing? I go, because now my algorithm is tainted. Nah, as if I give a fuck about my algorithm, but it's just there. Like, and I don't even want to click on it because it's gonna open up this can of worms of dildos. So it's just there in my recent searches from Rebecca Black vinyl, and then you have the dildo, and then you have like an Echo uh hoodie that, like, my dad had brought me a pile of clothes, so I was looking for the things that were like them. So I was looking at like Echo clothing and like old vintage army jackets or navy or air force jackets, and then there's just a dildo, bam, a strap on, 11-inch strap on, right? So that's what happened there, and I just told them, "Well, I just don't want this to happen to the next person." As if it's, a big poke in the eye. But yeah, I don't know, whatever. Uh, we'll just move on from this, and we'll see. I should have recorded the conversation, but I feel like it would have been illegal wherever they're from. I don't think wherever eBay is stationed is a two-party consent or a one-party consent. So we'll check out the news, and I got some Twitter news here. Uh, let's see here. So, citizens in England are rising up. And this is from Matt Wallace. Citizens from England are rising up after yet another racially motivated knife attack left 3 little girls dead and many more injured. Most media outlets are refusing to cover the identity of the attacker because they don't want anyone to be racist. I saw a little bit of this, but I haven't seen this in mainstream news where 3 little girls are dead, and they're like, dude, they're always like knife attacks over there because I guess it's so hard to get a gun over there in England or across the pond. But yeah, this is really fucked up. It feels like and they're migrants. They're the ones and that are being forced to be let in to avoid being racist or whatever. But it's just, I could understand their frustration because I feel like we're going through it too, but I'm sure it's being kept quiet more so than over there. But these knife attacks, I mean, they could easily be prevented if people were either A, allowed to have guns Well, then you would have the migrants with gun attacks, but I don't know. Um, just don't let them in. Like they're trying to not be racist by letting these migrants in everywhere, but it's England. England can do whatever they want. If they just want to have Englanders there, let them have Englanders. They like I saw a meme that was like, "Oh, in Africa there's just Africans. Oh, in Asia there's just Asians. In England, uh, let everyone in." And it's just like, well, why? Just have Englanders there, you know? But yeah, I could understand their frustration on three little girls being dead, more injured with knife attacks, and the media not wanting to cover it for one thing, and then the police not doing anything about it. That's pretty it's pretty fucked up. It really is. Next year on the news, I got a video here. Our founding fathers would be proud that we are now twerking to get votes. And I guess at a Kamala Harris, Kamala, right? Kamala, Kamala or Kamala, Kamala. I'm gonna say Kamala, like the wrestler. At a Kamala Harris, Georgia convention, Atlanta, they had Megan the Stallion there, dressed in like pantsuit, you know, and she looks hot. I'm not gonna lie. I'd vote for her if she was running, but they're basically putting on like a little mini concert, and it's just a bunch of twerking, and they're like, "Oh yeah, get everyone start twerking, everyone get your twerk on, and vote for Kamala Harris or Kamala," you know. And I guess this is a way to do it whenever people were criticizing Trump about having that other porn star. I can't remember her name. That bald one that was with Kanye at one point that said Kanye like butt stuff or whatever. But um, I don't know. This is it's just weird how politics is getting into this, and these are the celebrities that they're having to deal with. Is like the Hawk girl and you know a sexy red or Megan the Stallion or fucking bad baby. And I don't know. It's these are weird. These are weird celebrities to get into the mix to try to get the voters of the younger generation. And I don't know. It's conflicting because this is very much like everyone keeps saying, "Oh, it's like idiocracy. It's like idiocracy," and I wanted to not be like that, but oh, it is. It is terribly, but Um, I would vote for just that ass alone, Megan the Stallion. Just for the ass. I would vote for just for the butt. Like on the ballot, I would put Megan the Stallion's ass. And that's it. Nothing else. I don't want her whole body to run this country. I just want her ass running this country, you know? Cuz that's where the poop comes from. No, I don't know. But yeah, that's what's going on with the Democratic Party, just as much as what the crazy stuff going on with the Republican Party. We have here apparently here's another Matt Wallace thing. Olympics are forcing female boxers to step into the ring with biological male men. Apparently a man. I guess this is a man that is. I don't know what is going on. Notice the defeated look. Her voice is sure where it's a transgender athlete type thing. So they have the man saying he's transgender and he's boxing against a female and he's dominating because of course a man's gonna dominate against a woman, especially if they're the same weight. Even if the man sucks and the woman, well, it'd be different if the woman had a little bit more skills than the man, but typically in a fighting match, a man's gonna beat a woman. So Uh, yeah, they're forcing this on the Olympics, and that's pretty bad. Um, Shame on you, Olympics, for letting a man from wherever this is, ALG, what is it, ALG, and then the chick is from, is it Mexico? Yeah, man, that's not cool. Letting a Mexican woman, dude, I don't know how many times I've heard a Mexican woman get beat by a man in my lifetime. It's always that way, right? Mexican women are always getting beaten by men. Poor woman, right? I don't know. That sucks, but that's oh shit. I'm trying to get here. That's I don't know. That's the world we live in, I guess. Where we let men fight women, and this guy's probably gonna get a gold medal. Uh, like nothing, and then suddenly sports don't matter. Suddenly medals don't matter when they're just giving them away to whoever wins that shouldn't win because of technicalities. I'm gonna get a sip over here real quick. Celsius sponsored me. Come on, sponsor your boy. I got 100,000 downloads, right? But yeah, that's a shame. Lastly, here on the Olympics, Yeji Kim sets a new world record in the women's 25-meter pistol, and I don't know. I just kind of like the way this video looked because this Asian woman. I'm a fan of Asian women. See, I'm not ashamed to say what my algorithm would show. It would show like Asian women, like instead of 11-inch strap on elfin fantasy dildos or whatever. No, it would show Asian women. And here this chick, with her rowdy fucking spy rowdy fucking spy goggles or binocular looking glasses goggles is setting a new world record in the women's 25 millimeter pistol, and which is pretty crazy because it's from, I don't know, obviously an Asian area where it's hard to get a gun, and it looks like China, no, Korea. I'm sorry, it says Korea. I did not mean to misrepresent you, Yeji Kim. But she set a world record in the 25 millimeter pistol, which I'm a fan of. This is something that women should be more trained in. This is something that women should want to what's the word, like want to be. Like this is a good goal to be for a woman, someone that not only gold medals in a competition, but one that involves weapons so that they could defend themselves, just like in that first story. So that wraps a bow around that. I don't know. I'm proud of that. That's something that I would want my nieces to um, set a goal for in life, to be trained to shoot a target in between the nutsack, like RoboCop in the movies. Just shoot a bunch of nut sacks, right in the nutsack. But yeah, no, again, thank you all for the downloads. Thank you all for listening. And where's the outro music? That's all funny, guys. I want to thank you for listening to the podcast. That's so funny. Did one word podcast. That's so funny. That podcast my buddy Gabe called. That's all kayfabe. We're talking about wrestling. Check that out. That's all kayfabe. Um, wherever you listen to podcasts. I got a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Lorenzo Ariola, where at Lorenzo Ariola, where you can watch video versions of this, that, and other stuff I do, like a live show I do with the wonderful mint salad called Tits and Ariolas, where we talk about a movie we watch, play a little game. It's fun. She's hot. I'm a piece of shit. It works out. It does work out. Check that out at the YouTube channel. If you want to check out the Patreon, patreon.com/at Lorenzo. Nope, patreon.com/Lorenzo Ariola. You can check that out. $5 a month gets you bonus episodes, early episodes, deleted episodes, stuff like that. You can check that out, support it. But just you listening to the podcast, downloading it wherever it's available, because it's available everywhere. Checking it out, that's great. I do appreciate it. Check out the guy who does the art for the show at Retro Horror Inc. on Instagram and Twitter. That's at Retro Horror Inc. If you want to question some great art from a great artist, the Bret Hart of graphic art can't be beat. Best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. I'm at Lorenzo Ariola on Twitter and Instagram. Hit me up. I want to thank you for listening. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.